Israelites, which is above all the heathen nations that are around about you. Go on, there's more there. No, don't worry about it. So man is in the hand of him that made him to render them as he liketh him best. Good is set against evil and life against death. Good is set against evil and life against death. Alright? That's why they try to call themselves white, and you Israelites, they call you black. Because when you go into the dictionary and look at the connotation of those words, then when you start calling a person that colour, you automatically pick them to be that. Do you understand? Go on, read on. Good is set against evil and life against death. And that's the perfect balance, because the Most High says that a perfect, an imbalance is an abomination to him. Isaiah 45:7 says, I create, light and darkness, I create good and evil, I the Lord Yahweh do all these things. Alright? So when you got Christians talking about the devil's in your gearbox, who sent him to do that? The Most High, because he's controlling both sides. The Bible says in the biggest Ecclesiasticus chapter 36 and 28 or something like that, there'll be spirits that are created for vengeance, and in their fury lay on sore strokes. Grab me that scripture, please. To appease the wrath of him that made them. Do you understand? It shows that the Most High is in control. Alright? If something wicked happens, 12-car pile-up or something, the Most High sent a death angel down there to do that. And that's righteous judgment, because all the judgments of the Most High is righteous. You do goodness, the Most High will deliver you into good. You do wicked, He'll deliver you up to wickedness. You see what I'm saying? Alright, so it's not like, Satan's fighting against the Most High, because then you're going against the Most High and saying that he ain't got control. He has absolute control. And that shit don't happen up in the heavens. Okay? There's absolute order and structure in there. You see what I'm saying? That's what the Bible says. What was the Most High's prayer say? As in the heavens, so shall it be on earth. It's not that way yet, but believe me, when who the world called Jesus Christ comes back down, because you're in any house shy, it's going to be that way. He's going to burn it out, trust me. Alright? Go on. Ecclesiasticus chapter 39 verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, in which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Right. In the time of their fury they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. I'm saying about this person got a demon on them, or this person had an apparition or whatever. The Most High put that on the person. He's judging it. You understand? Alright? The Most High is very serious, but in the churches what they do is they pacify the ways of the Most High. That's why people don't respect him. That's why they, on your deathbed, Jesus is Lord and you can float up into the clouds. That's basically what they teach. Do you understand? They teach him that you have unlimited grace as if this is T-Mobile or EE. Do you understand? Alright? It's disrespect. That's what the Most High said in Jeremiah 5:7. How shall I pardon thee for this? Like people have done, hey, go on, slack ya. Fire and hell and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Right, fire and hell and famine and death. When it's talking about hell, it's not talking about a place underground where you burn. It's talking about judgment. Us being down here now amongst the heathen nations is hell. You understand? When you're on a train and it's all packed up and you're uncomfortable, you're in hell. Because it's the condition you're in. It's not a place you go and burn for eternity, where some man's got a frigging trident and horns on his head. That's fables of men that the Christian churches teach. Do you understand? That's why a lot of our people are going to get screwed up when Jacob's trouble comes. Do you understand? Go on. Jacob's trouble is more when the economy collapses. When the economy collapses and you can't spend your currency no more, there's going to be no more food in the shops, so everyone's going to be hunting. Okay? Oh, that's where it is. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions. So when you hear about Edomites, these Caucasians getting attacked by friggin' animals and shit, there's documentaries on YouTube and all that. I was bitten, I survived animal attack. You know what I'm saying? And it's always Edomites out in there. You never see an Israelite getting young by animals in them to me. Right, even what? Harambe. The child was what? An Israelite. But the Most I had the animal get shot up. And then Caucasians was like, oh, why did you kill the gorilla? It was a little baby in there, but that shows you that they don't give a shit about our people. And they got our people talking about, oh, you want to be equal with them. They was killing the gorilla anyway. The gorilla ain't supposed to be locked up in a building in a cage. It's supposed to be out in the wild. And they already told you that. They boast and say they're in captivity. Yeah? The animals already know who put them there. That's why so-called Israelites, yeah, you're going into slavery too. But anyway, when we go to the zoo or whatever, the animals already know who put them in there. That's why when they break out in Jacob's trouble, they know who they're going to be coming for. That's why these zookeepers be getting yam up. Right, and that's why, then the Most High put what? London Zoo down where? In the rich areas. Because when Jacob's trouble happens, and these shops are shut, alright, and you can't get no food in them, them animals are still going to be in there. Ain't no one going to be feeding them. When they break out, who lives in Colchester in that area in London? Do black people live in that area? The Regent's Park or whatever. Who lives in that area? Do Ari people live in that area? That's a rich area. Right. So these Caucasians are going to be getting yam up. Do you understand? Go on. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon the earth when need is. Right. They shall rejoice in the Most High's commandment, and shall be ready when his need is. That means that his angels are on standby, constant. You understand? The Most High, all he's got to do is raise his eyebrows, and a demon comes down there and fucks up half the 100, how many kilometers? Do you understand? The Most High has absolute power. Alright? That's why the churches are screwing over enough people. When the shit hits the fan, it's going to get epic out here. Trust me. Right, now have you seen the movie called The Purge?
Oh yeah.
The Purge or The Book of Eli, those or Bushwick, those are the type of movies that show you how it's going to be out here when the economy collapses. Because remember, women and children are hit harder when it comes to the time of like destruction, because they can't defend themselves. That's why in that time, these proud women out here are going to need a man, but they ain't going to be looking for the average Joe. They're going to look for a man of the Lord, but a man of the Lord is not going to accept them in that day. Well, look, mate, not going to lie. That's down to the Most High having mercy, because obviously 1/3 of some of them are going to be saved. Obviously, there's more women on the planet than men. So as the brother said, proud women ain't going to be saved. Alright? Because I was on the overground, you see what I'm saying? And this was, can you give me £1 or whatever, change or whatever, please? And people are more ready to give a woman money than a guy money. But I thought everyone's equal. Well, a woman's equal, you see what I'm saying? Look at the way they were treating the guy when he was asking for change. When a woman come on, everyone just shout their pocket everything. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, you want equality. If you want equality, you won't be getting no change. You see what I'm saying? No, but that's why when the economy collapses, you're going to see women are going to go back to their natural state of needing a man. It's not going to be no proud feminism. None of that is going to be right. Men are the only ones that can survive out here. Have you seen what happened in Black Friday in Asda when they was fighting over electricals? A woman couldn't fight a man over a damn electricals. How the hell is a woman going to fight for her life out here? She can't survive. That's why they're going to have to go back to getting a man. But a man of the Lord is the only one that's going to be able to survive out here. When the race riots and all that kick off, the average guy out here is not going to survive out here. Yeah, it's going to be a matter. Have you seen the Book of Eli? That is a serious movie. You got to prove that.
Only a couple of thousand go to heaven instead of over $1 billion. Is there something like that? Only a couple of thousand people go to heaven out of $1 billion.
When people get saved?
Yeah.
No. 2/3, getting that. 2/3 of our people, hold on. 2/3 of our people. We're not even talking about the heathen nations. 1/3 and the elect of the nation of Israel are going to be saved. 2/3 of the nation of Israel are going to get put to death, because most of them are going to stay with these with the doctrines of the heathens. You see what I'm saying? They're going to get put to death, but they're going to come back as the children of the elect. Do you understand? Right? Because they're still Israelites at the end of the day. That's why when the Bible says what? In the end, all Israel shall be saved. All right? But they're still going to have to go through that punishment. Do you understand? Now the heathen nations, they're going to get put to death anyway. They're going to come back, they're going to be born as slaves. Do you understand? Go on. Partially, one of the main reasons why we're out here doing the works of the Lord, because in that day, remember, you can't escape the judgment, but we're hoping that we have mercy in that time of judgment. Okay? 13 and 10, please. You've got to prove that up. Because you're saying deep points. No, for that one you just said, you know? You can repeat what you said and then read it afterwards. So as Akim said, we can't escape. Like, people come up here and think that we're not even saved yet. No. Most people will come up and say, where's the safest place to be? There is no safe place to be. The only safe place you can be is with a man in the Lord in that day. Okay? Even the heathen are going to cleave unto the Heavenly Father's men. Okay? I'm going to get that. Actually, you got your sword? No, read that first. read that, and then you can get the other scriptures. Revelations chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. Right. Because we doing out here pushing these works, us out here doing this and showing the Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Africans who are our people, which are the Israelites according to the Bible, we're keeping the word of the Most High's patience. We're trying to keep these laws to the best of our ability. Because we're doing that, when Jacob's trouble comes, the Most High is going to have mercy on us. Which shows what? What you put in, you get out. You don't get shit for free with the Most High. You understand? You want salvation, he's going to break your back for you to get it. You understand? There ain't no little dibby thing. Get me slack here. Ecclesiastes chapter 2 verse 1. My son, hast thou come to serve the Most High? Prepare thy soul for temptation. Because the Most High is going to put you in that serious boot camp. It's not no easy thing. Because the Most High is an austere man. And the Bible says what? I think it's Hebrews 12 and 6. Who the Most High loveth, he chastises him. If he doesn't chastise you, you're basically a bastard. Do you understand? Alright? It means you're fatherless, that's all it means. But that shows you how serious the Most High is. Okay? Come on, read that please. Sirach chapter 2 verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. It's not a joke us doing this. That's how the Bible says it. I think it's Romans 11 and 1. Present yourselves as a living sacrifice, which is our reasonable service. How is it reasonable? Because who the world called Jesus Christ, he came down here and he put himself through shit for the Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, West Africans, which are the chosen people of the Most High. So the very least that we can do is come out here and warn. He's basically done the hard part. All we've got to do is come out here and just repeat. You see what I'm saying?
He said basically there's no greater favour than when a man laid down his life for his friends. Okay, so us doing the right hand's work, we're basically repaying the favour. Okay, so that's what our payment will be. This kingdom and the gloriousness and the righteousness to come. Okay, but right now we're being patient. We're not out here. The scripture says, what is it? Luke was in patience do you possess your soul.
Luke 21:19.
Luke 21:19 says in patience. We're patient right now. Really and truly, we could be exercising judgment right now. But a lot of people will be put to death.
Well, it's not that. We'll be going against prophecy and we'll get put to death.
Exactly. Because we're ordained to come out here and warn the people before judgment comes, because the glory is Yahweh Hashem Yashai. So when you got these people out here doing the pamphlet shit and all that crap, trying to take arms of themselves, they're going against prophecy. They're trying to do the Lord's work basically. And they can't exercise it 100% anyway, because when the Messiah comes back, he's coming to take the kingdom. It's not going to be a fight.